Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today, it is Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar, which has an abbreviation that is PM SAUBHAGYA scheme. So this is a flagship program that was currently going on. So it whatever be the details that for how long it was there, what are the achievements that we have taken, and what are the key takeaways for the examination, everything we are going to cover in this particular session. And as SEBI is near, so this becomes important. And for the rest of the examination also, be it RBI and NABARD, for every examination this is an important scheme. But before starting the session, we have a special announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for regulatory bodies. So if you are preparing for RBI, NABARD or SEBI and you have a lot of confusion about the organization or maybe how to enter the organization, everything has been cleared in this guidebook. For example, you have in front of you RBI. So in this RBI ebook or the NABARD that is currently in front of you, you will find initially about the organization. What does RBI, NABARD, SEBI do for our economy, for India? After that, at what post you will be joining and what are the responsibility you will be having on that post. That will be the second section. Third section will comprise of how to enter the organization. So it will consist of the previous year cutoffs, what are the syllabus, what are the other details that you need to remember. Okay. And at the end, it will also provide you with a 6-step solution to reach the destination that you desire. So all the details, this special guidebook you can find from the description box. There's a link there. Go to that and download this ebook free of cost. All right. So now let's move ahead with the session. And what is PM SAUBHAGYA? That is Pradhan Mantri Sahaj Bijli Har Ghar. Okay. Sahaj Bijli, we are talking about Bijli. It means we are talking about electricity. And we are talking about Har Ghar means at every home. So from that, can you derive what is the essence of this particular scheme? So yes, that is correct. Here the aim is to have electricity connection at every household, and specifically we are targeting the rural India. Of course, in urban areas is also some areas where this scheme will focus. We will understand few slides afterward, but here the aim is to provide Bijli, electricity, at every household. Okay, at every connectivity, at every remote area. Okay, so this is the basic essence of the scheme. Now let's move ahead and look at the launch year. And the launch year of this scheme is 2017, and it comes under the nodal Ministry of Power. Okay, so it falls under the Ministry of Power, but there is another nodal agency which will take care of all the activities that are going on under this. And see, the name of it is Rural Electrification Corporation Limited. Okay, so this is the nodal agency that will be taking care of everything. I hope everything is clear till now, and now we'll move ahead to the next section, that is the aim of this scheme. So what is the aim that we have understood to a extent, right? So that is to have a universal household electrification. Do mind that here initially the target here is not to have 24/7 electricity. That is of Gramin Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Ujjwala Yojana that you must have heard of, and if not, we will cover in the further sessions. But there is a separate scheme for that. Initially its aim was to have universal household connectivity, to have a meter at home, to have a connectivity, to have a wire at home. Okay, and after that, this aim when was achieved in 2019, after that they have moved ahead and now they are working at to provide the continuous electricity in the areas that they have provided with it. Okay, so this is the basic aim, and here we are talking about in rural areas and all willing poor household in the urban area. So what do we derive from it? We derive from it that the beneficiary of the scheme will be all household when we are talking about the above poverty line or poor families in rural areas and the poor families in the urban areas. Okay, so in rural areas all will be covered, while in urban areas only the poor families will be covered under the scheme. Okay, and the non-poor urban household are excluded from the scheme even though there is no electricity connection, but it is expected that if you are APL and you are in urban area, you are capable enough to afford the electricity connection, right? So that is why the scheme will not target that section of the society. But here we have to understand that in this beneficiary we are just looking at the area, the coverage area, but for the free providing of this electricity connection, or there will be some amount that we will also study in the further video, further slides. Okay, let's understand the key feature. The first is the prospect beneficiary household for free electricity. Do mind that in rural areas both APL and BPL will be covered, be it any. But if we talk about free electricity, that will be given only to the beneficiary or the group of people who will be identified under SECC 2011 data. That is your SECC socio-economic caste survey. It constitutes of the strata, the kind of society, the kind of section of the society that is at the lower strata. SECC comprises of that. Okay, so only those will get the free electricity, but the connection will be provided to all, but they will be charged some amount. Now what will be this amount? So the unelectrified household does not covered under SECC data, they will be provided electricity with a payment of rupees 500. So for them this limit has been decided, that is rupees 500. Okay, and this 500 will not be taken at one go, this will be taken at 10 installments. Okay, so at 10 installment 50 rupees each time extra will be charged from the people who are not under SECC data, because see, it can happen that they're not under SECC data but they still they are at BPL or they're not able to afford, right? So for that category this has been kept, so rupees 500 will be charged from them. Then all DISCOM. What is DISCOM? This is distribution company. DISCOM is made up of two words, distribution and company, including private sector DISCOM, state power department and RE cooperative societies that shall be eligible for financial assistance under the scheme in line with this is your Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that similar to some other schemes. Okay, so in this scheme also what will be done? Financial assistance will not be directly provided to consumers, but that will be provided to these distribution companies or the state power department. What does it mean? That here we are talking about that free electricity connection will be given. Do mind one more thing, we are talking about connection, free connection and not free electricity all the time 24 hours, right? So here what does the government will do? Whatever financial assistance that is required, maybe labor charge, maybe the cost of the meter or the pipeline or any connection, that will be given to these DISCOMs, okay, or state power departments or other agencies. Okay, the financial assistance will not be given directly to people but in an indirect way. Next is establishing camps in villages clusters for one spot registration, because see, first of all registration would be done, right, if you want to have a connection meter. So that is why this cluster of villages spot registration is there. Apart from that, mobile app will be used. Mobile app is with the same name, that is PM SAUBHAGYA. So mobile app will be used, that is for identification of beneficiaries, and then electronical registration can also be done. Okay, so I hope by till now it is clear. If you have any doubt you can always ask me. Next is web-based near real-time monitoring that will be done. So web-based monitoring will also be done by the government so as to check that if the things are in smooth process or not. Next is let's talk about some areas, some remote villages, some remote areas where still there is no proper electricity connection that have been reached. In such cases what will be done? So in such cases what will be done? Solar photovoltaic based standalone system will be provided. So you can say the solar connection will be done in such areas so that they have this electricity at home, be it from renewable source energy. We have a renewable power source, but still there is some there is electricity at their home. Okay, so for that these solar panels, that is the power pack of 20 to 30 WP. What is WP? That is watt peak. So that is you can say the unit of the power that will be provided in such remote areas, with battery bank for unelectrified household in the remote and inaccessible areas. Okay, comprises of 5 LEDs, 1 DC fan and 1 direct power plug. Okay. Next is it also includes repair and maintenance for 5 years. So repair and maintenance of what? This solar PV models that we are talking about. So for 5 years their repairing will also be done. Next key feature, all DISCOMs, okay, eligible for financial assistance. Okay, so that we have done in line with the Gram Jyoti Yojana. Okay, we have understood that. Communication plan for creating awareness about the scheme and its benefit will be done, and also flexibility to state in mode of implementation, however they want to implement, that is also the liberty under the scheme. Now let's understand, we have understand everything, and I hope everything is clear. Now let's understand the financial outlay, how it will be given. So the outlay of the scheme, it was given, that was 16,320 crore. That was an outlay, but in that also gross budgetary support was 12,320 crore. What does it mean? That this was the total outlay, but the central government assistance will be of 12,320 320 crore rupees. Rest it can be contributed by the state government, the discoms as well. That we will understand just in the next slide, that how this distribution of money will be. But here you have to understand total outlay was 16,320 crore. While in that, the gross budgetary support, that is the support, financial support by the center government, that will be 12,320 crore. Next is the outlay of the rural household. So here the separate segregation has been done of the outlay for the rural household also, as well as the urban household also. So for the rural household, it is rupees 14,125 crore. 25 crore rupees, while in this the gross budgetary support will be, that is the financial assistance by the center government, will be 10,587. So what does it means? That approx, you can say approx 3.5 crore that will be adjusted by some other organization, some other facility, right? And for urban household, and in urban household, what we have understood, that only for the poor urban household we are taking them in under this scheme. For that, the budgetary allocation, it is approx 2,000 crore rupees, and out of that 1,700 approx crore will be the gross budgetary support. Okay, so this is the categorization, important data to remember. Now we are talking about that, okay, gross budgetary support is the central government financial assistance would be this, but then what about the rest? So here this particular snippet has been directly taken from the ministry website and this scheme website. So it says Government of India, nature of grant. Okay, so nature of support, how government will do in special category states. Now what are these special category states? These are for these are the one, for example, northeast states, these are the hilly regions, right, and the UTs. So they will be for them, the support that will be given by Government of India, that will be 60% of the total money needed there. Because see, every village in every state, the distribution of money will be different depending on the number of household need to be electrified, number of population that is there, right? So 60% will be done, and 85% in case of special categories. Okay, so this 160% was for the other than special categories. Sorry for the mistake before. So for special categories it is 85, and other than for the rest of the states it will be 60%. Utility state contribution will be how much? So that will be 10% for the other states than the special category states, and 5% for the special category state. Loans will be taken 30% for the other category states, and 10% for the special category states. Okay, so here we are looking at additional grant from GOI. Okay, so here we are looking at how the 50% of the total loan, in that also this compensation, you need not to go in deep down in that, but yes, this data I am showing you because this is something different, because we have understood the categorization of a 90:10 ratio, 60:40 ratio, right? But this is something different, so this you need to take care of. And this is the news. So this is especially this is of 25th December, September. But yes, to the people who are appearing for SEBI, this is the important data that you need to remember. Okay, now you have a homework for today. It says, who is the current Minister of Power? So that is your today's homework. And these are the toppers of the last session. So Vardhaman said the right answer, that was none of the above. Vivek said the right answer. Molly says the right answer. Anshu said the right answer. Molly also asked that, are these government schemes reliable? So yes, I assure you these government schemes are reliable, but you should always be aware of the latest data that is present just before your starting of the examination. Rest, if you look at the marathon sessions, if you go through the monthly revision sessions or these sessions, that would be more than enough. Anshu says none of the above, the right answer. Sahil said the right answer. Ravi said the right answer. Here's also one question he asked about 6 to 12, 7 different. So he asked about the remaining 60 students, how they will be compensated. So see, in 11, 12 there will be 3 sections, right? Arts, commerce and science. So that is why there are 3 sections in 11th and 12th, and that is why these 30. Now I think you understand how this will be, segregation will be done. Nisha said the right answer. Sai said the red answer. Rishabh said the right answer. Banker Shreya said the right answer to the question. Jivitha said the right answer. Harsh said the right answer. Jyota said the right answer. Nonja said the right answer. And Himanshi also said the right answer. All the very best to these aspirants who are preparing so well, who are dedicated for clearing the examination, and kudos to them. So that is all in this session. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can get the PDF of this lecture in our Telegram channel. And do mind, there is a 12 hours gap between the session and the PDF that is provided in our Telegram channel. So that is all in this video. If you have any doubt, any query, you can always write to us. I'll definitely reply either in the session, next session, or in the comment box. And if you have any more doubt, queries, or if you want me to cover any scheme, you are always welcome. This scheme was also asked by one of you you to make a scheme on. I hope that was helpful, and we'll meet again with another video with another lecture. Until then, all the very best for your examination, and thank you. So